And so we're going to dedicate this vlog
to the
Pappys. On Mother's Day, we did a little Insta story just saying Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas, because we know y'all supposed. We wanted to do something a little bit more intentional for the fathers, for the dads.
Not shown as much appreciation as they should be.
Even on our channel. So our channel is about parenting, relationships, and self-care, and a lot of times the issues that we talk about are gendered. But we are taking those boundaries off today. So hopefully you watched the last two vlogs. I sat down on this couch and had a pretty awesome chat with my big brother. When the first vlog started, I said, you know, if it had not been for my brother, I wouldn't be here. And that was not a joke, even though I said it with a smile. When I was in the 4th grade, somebody set our house on fire while the entire family was in the home. I was asleep. Everybody else was awake. He saved me. That fire changed the trajectory of my life and my family's life. I don't think any of us could have imagined. At the time, my mom was engaged to my father, and we all lived together. And then after the house fire, we kind of split. So my mom, my youngest brother, and my next oldest brother went to live with my aunt. My oldest brother, Carlos, Captain Groovy, went to stay with another aunt across town, and my dad decided he wasn't going to live with us. He went to stay with my grandmother. So it was really interesting because, again, he and my mom were engaged at the time.
That's how that happened.
That's how that happened. I remember being a little bit confused by that, but also my entire life had just got wrecked. We were, in a sense, homeless, so nothing was normal about what was going on. But that was the beginning to the end of what was healthy relationship with my father. So since that point and up until now, we've had a really on again, off again relationship. I would characterize it as broken. Because of that relationship, I've seen waves and ripples in my relationships with everybody, from males to females, platonic to romantic. And I just want to sip on it a little bit. How would you
describe
your
relationship
with your father?
I would describe it not in a relationship. When I was born, he wasn't around.
How old was he when you were born?
So yeah, he was 18 years old. He had women out the wazoo and babies. So he wasn't really like involved. And he was in and out of jail for my entire life. And I met him for the first time when I was 8 years old at my great grandfather's funeral. And I was sitting at like on the pews with my grandmother. But I was like, oh, who's that guy up there? He was like talking, you know, doing his remarks or whatever. And I was like, who's that guy up there? I think that's my dad. Is that my dad? And I'm like talking to my grandmother. I'm asking her all these questions. I was like, he got a unibrow like me. He light skinned like me. Oh, he got this like me. And I'm just, all my life, I remember people always telling me. But I don't think I really was. I think I was just like, but something about him. I was like, I think that's my father. Yeah. So it was him. Yeah. So all my life, like, everyone used to always tell me, like, you look just like your father, and da-da-da-da. And so I'm, like, picturing what he probably do look like. I've seen pictures randomly, but I don't really know, like, what he looked like. So when I seen him up there, I'm like, I think that's my dad, blah, blah, blah. So after his wife came up to me, and she was like, come here. I have somebody I want you to meet. And I was like, okay.
Can I meet you first?
Right. Like, I knew her already.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. I knew her already. We took like 2 pictures, and it was like so cool at the moment because it's like, oh my God, my dad, like da-da-da, whatever. But it was so fast too. Like it just was like this, and that was it. I spoke with him. I don't know how old I was, but he was on the phone. I think he was in jail, and he was on the phone, and the conversation was so short. And I was just like, hi. And he was like, something, Khadijah. And he asked me a question. I was like, yeah. And he said, yes. And I was like, yeah.
Like trying
to correct me. Yeah. So I was just like, yeah. And then that was it. And then he came out like a couple years after that. After, like, we're not talking. And I seen him probably like 3 times. And he was trying to like make a big relationship with me, and I wasn't like prepared for it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
so
weren't
grown
ready.
in my life. Like I had a best friend, and her father became my dad.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like
I'm
I don't
good.
need you. So I remember like having a conversation with him, and I was like, listen, like I have somebody for you to meet. Like he's like a godfather to me, and I think you should meet him. And he was
I
like,
remember
nah,
that
I don't
conversation.
think I want to meet him. And it bothered me
hurt
because
your heart.
yeah, because like I'm your daughter. If you want to be involved in my life, you should know who's in my life. To this day, she's never met my daughter. No baby shower, no labor and delivery come, stop by, nothing. And he has his situations, he has his own life, but the relationship today is, hey, what's up, how you been?
Same
Love
as
you,
it's always
love you
been.
too, have a nice life, like basically like that.
Oh,
So
we need to talk about
that's
that
it.
love part
Yes.
later.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
man.
that's
I
our
love
relationship,
me.
not a relationship. We talk and that's it. And I'm fine with that because honestly, like, I don't need the emotional roller coaster. You are the reason why. Like you were saying about your dad. Like, I never knew how to feel loved by a person since a kid. Like, again, I was raised by my grandmother, as you guys know from a video before.
Mm-hmm.
And she can't give me a mother and father love. She gave me my grandmother love. And that's what I needed from her, but I'm missing the mother and the father. Like, a father is a big time in your life, but both parents. And it's like, I don't know. Now I know, like, that's why I am, like, everywhere with everything. So,
Yeah.
that's where that left me.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I really, yeah, this is hard, clearly. And I'm thankful that we are, digging into it a little bit. My brother-in-law sent me a suggestion. I love it. I love the zippers. And he said, I'm reading this book called Raising Girls, and I'm reading it, and I'm just realizing how valuable or how impactful the relationship is with a father and his children, especially with his daughter. And he said, I think it's something you guys should sip on. And I'm like, yeah. And then we just had like this
Big
intense
conversation.
Yeah, conversation surrounding it, and it's just like, man.
It's
And
crazy.
it's so awesome because there are so many dads who are doing their best to do their best.
Exactly.
Like reading books, talking to people, like having difficult conversations with their spouses, fighting for child custody, like
seeing
doing
them,
whatever
everything.
they can to show up. And then we still, especially in this community, in the Black community and the minority community, we still talk more about the guys who aren't shit. And not, pardon my French, we talk more about the guys who are
Who ain't shit.
The deadbeat dads, but yet you don't praise the ones that's trying to be in their children's
That's
life.
doing
The
what they don't
ones that's
do.
like I said, I don't care if you don't work it out, you're not, together.
No.
But
that
as
has nothing
long
to do
as
with
they're
the
trying to
children.
raise their child, you cannot be spiteful and take that away from them, because the only person that you're spiting in the end is the child.
Exactly.
And you have people who have stories like mine and yours who are like just
Craving
dying,
for it.
craving
Exactly.
for a
Exactly.
father's or a parent's love, and then you have people who intentionally decide that they're going
I'm
to
just gonna
Just
take that
snatch.
away.
take
Yeah.
that away from their
No.
child. But
This is
anyways,
so
this
crazy
is gonna
because-
come back. How would you?
Describe your relationship with your dad.
With my daddy? With Chris Breezy?
Hey, his name is Chris
Wait,
Brown though.
But you guys have superstar dads.
Oh yeah, my dad is
Who's
Chris
the
Brown.
superstar dad? Harvey,
Your
girl.
dad is Steve Harvey.
Oh, wait, why did you act like you didn't know that?
No, because I was thinking about my real dad. I'm like, yeah, not a superstar.
My relationship with my dad is awesome. It's awesome. Oh wow, like totally freaked me out.
I mean, right on.
I'm one to grow up with both parents. Very fortunate, thank you. But my dad has also, like most dads or fathers or men, work so many hours. He's a bus driver, so he's on the road 24/8. So when my dad is home, my dad is resting, or like say he goes on a big trip and then he comes home, it's like, Daddy's home. So it's like, boom, mommy's out the way. Everybody, attention is all on that. Even to this day, like my dad will call me and just check up on me, or he'll say, bring the boys over. Like our relationship is really, really good. Like
That's what's up.
it's. He's such an old man now. Like he's like
He is not an old
he's
man.
not an old man, but it's like little things. People like, Cheyenne, how do you do the thing? I'm just like that for real. But Our relationship is really good.
Yeah.
Like I love my relationship with my dad, and I'm glad I do have a relationship with my dad, and I would never want it any other way.
Yeah. How would you say your relationship with your father impacted your relationship with your spouse?